Chapter 13. The Coming of Christ. In the clouds of heaven. The long night of deception does not end in darkness. When the powers of earth have united against the law of God, when the faithful are pressed by threat and decree, when the world stands marshaled under a counterfeit authority, the heavens themselves speak. The final answer to oppression is not human revolt, but divine appearing. The King returns. The coming of Jesus Christ is not hidden. It is not secret. It is not confined to one place, nor mediated through signs and wonders on earth. The return of the Son of Man is visible, audible, universal, and unmistakable. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him. Revelation 1:7. The heavens open and the glory of God floods the sky. The sun is darkened by a light brighter than itself. The moon withdraws its splendor. The stars fall before the majesty of the returning King. The firmament appears to part, revealing the throne of Christ, surrounded by myriads of angels, filling the sky from horizon to horizon. The voice of the Son of God sounds across land and sea. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of God. 1 Thessalonians 4:16. This is not a whisper. This is not an inward experience. This is the command that awakens the dead. The graves of the righteous are opened. Those who slept in Christ arise in immortality. The faithful who stood under threat, who refused the mark, who would not bow to enforced worship, are glorified in a moment. The dead in Christ shall rise first. Then we, which are alive and remain, shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. 1 Thessalonians 4:16-17. The righteous look up and recognize the face of the one they trusted. The wounds in his hands and feet are still visible, the eternal marks of redemption. Their fear is turned to joy. Their waiting is ended. Their conflict is over. Lo, this is our God. We have waited for him and he will save us. Read Isaiah 25:9. The persecuted are delivered. The hunted are crowned. The faithful are gathered from the four winds of heaven. Not one is forgotten, not one is lost, but to the wicked the same glory is terror. The brightness of his coming consumes the unrepentant. Those who united to enforce false worship behold the one they rejected. Kings, rulers, and multitudes call for the rocks to fall upon them and hide them from the face of him who sits upon the throne. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Revelation 6:17. The false Christ, the counterfeit miracles, the lying wonders vanish before the presence of the true Christ. Every deception collapses in the light of unveiled truth. The earth itself is shaken, mountains move, cities fall, the proud works of men crumble, the institutions that exalted themselves against God are brought low, the persecuting powers are broken without a human hand lifted in their defense. Christ does not come to set up an earthly kingdom among nations. He comes to end the age, to gather his people, and to close the history of rebellion on earth. Satan is left without his subjects. The earth is emptied of the righteous, and the wicked lie silent in death. The deceiver stands amid the ruin of his work. The world, a desolation before him. The angels who fell with him share his confinement. The war that began in heaven has reached its decisive turning point on earth. The authority of God is publicly vindicated. The government of heaven is revealed as righteous before the universe. The faithful are carried upward through the opened heavens, leaving behind the last battlefield of sin. The earth passes into silence. The controversy enters its final phase. The King has come. The saints are gathered. The enemy is restrained, and the stage is set for the closing judgment that will forever end rebellion.